Okay, adoption of the agenda. It is recommended that the agenda of the March 12th, 2026 regular meeting of the Board of School Trustees be approved as presented.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? Approval of minutes. It is recommended that the minutes of the February 12th, 2026 regular meeting of the Board of School Trustees be approved as presented.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? Any statements or questions from the public?
There are none.
None. Administrative recommendations. Claims. It is recommended that prepaid and February claims numbered 104,256 to 104,649 be approved as presented.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? Personnel. It's recommended that the resignation of Skylar Thomas be approved.
Motion.
Second.
Who was that, Scott?
Scott.
All in favor? It is recommended that the resignation of Lauren Holly be approved.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? It is recommended that the resignation of Michaela Munoz be approved.
Motion. Second.
All in favor? It is recommended that the resignation of Quinn McCrory be approved.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? It is recommended that the resignation of Jason Good be approved.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? It is recommended that Morgan Woodrow be approved for hire as an instructional assistant at Southeast Fountain Elementary School.
Morgan will work as an instructional aide in the special education department, and she lives in the school corporation, and her children do and will attend Southeast Fountain Elementary. So we look forward to welcoming her in this capacity.
Motion.
Second.
Go ahead.
All in favor? It is recommended that Sydney Davenport be approved for hire as an instructional assistant at Southeast Fountain Elementary School.
Sydney will serve as an instructional aide in the English Language Learning Department at Southeast Fountain Elementary. She comes highly recommended as a member of the community, as well as a parent to students within the school district. So we look forward to welcoming her.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? It is recommended that Zoe Faust be approved for hire as an instructional assistant at Fountain Central High School.
Zoe Faust is a recent graduate of Cedar High School, and it was in the Education Professions course here at Fountain Central. So she's spent a lot of time on our campus before now.
Motion. Second.
All in favor? It is recommended that Phil Dickey be approved for hire as physical plant manager for Southeast Fountain School Corporation.
Mr. Dickey has a wealth of experience in mechanical engineering. He is extremely knowledgeable in the new HVAC system that we are getting, as well as plumbing, electrical, and other needs that we need here. He will oversee the maintenance and the custodial departments in this new role. He will begin part-time with your approval in April, and then move to a full-time position in August once our HVAC installation has completed.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? It is recommended that Beth Cheesem be approved for hire as technology associate for Southeast Fountain School Corporation.
I am excited to bring this nomination before you. Beth was a longtime employee here. She left on very good terms, and she is very eager to return to work in our technology department, and she already knows all her systems because she was doing that when she left.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? It is recommended that the maternity leave request from Madison Edwards be approved.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? It is recommended that Samantha McClure be approved as a long-term substitute to cover a maternity leave at Southeast Fountain Elementary.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? Quotes and proposals. It is recommended that the board approve the proposal for the purchase and installation of a modular press box and understructure from Outdoor Aluminum, Inc. through the Interlocal Purchasing System, TIPS, Cooperative Purchasing Contract 230-80101, which includes performance and payment bonds.
This is part of our projects through the lease bonds. As you know, our press box has some major issues that need to be addressed immediately, and so we're looking forward to getting that taken care of before the upcoming football season.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? It is recommended that the board approve the proposal from Byrne and Jones Construction Sports Division for the Fountain Central Junior Senior High School Track Renovation Project, including track surface removal and replacement, track oval and high jump mill and overlay, and rebuild runway in concrete, and authorize the superintendent and/or designee to execute all necessary contracts and documents.
Again, this is part of, from our bond, we have listed that we need to do many projects for the facility upgrades.
Question on this, not really a question, just a comment. When they do that, are they gonna look at like the like shot put area, the discus area? Is there anything that needs to be done
I can confirm.
with that? I mean, that would be the time to
Okay, I'll check.
do it, yeah.
Do I have a motion?
Motion.
I'll second.
All in favor? It is recommended that the estimates from Reisman LLC for baseball and softball dugout repairs be approved. One estimate is for dugout roof replacement, the other is for installation of ceilings inside all the dugouts.
Again, as we're working to address a lot of the needs around the district, this is one of the essential needs right now to be addressed with our lease fund.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? Other business. It is recommended that the revisions to policy 314, student medication, be approved as presented.
Last month, I did the first reading of the revision for policy 314 and recommended that we added in there explicitly that student staff will not administer non-FDA approved medications.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? It is recommended that the revisions to policy 318, random drug testing, be approved as presented.
Again, that was the first reading last month, and the only change in there was the change of age for testing, and it had to do with the change in Indiana statute.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? It is recommended that policy 359, out-of-state and foreign travel, be adopted.
This policy first reading was also last month, and it basically states that we're not liable for financial or material losses incurred pursuant to an out-of-state or foreign travel.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? It is recommended that policy 533, electronic funds, be adopted.
This had the first reading last month, and this policy, as you know, many businesses and government entities are now going away from paper checks and want electronic fund transfers for some business. So we need this policy so that our treasurer and deputy treasurer can do those electronic fund transfers.
Motion.
Second.
Who's second?
Scott.
All in favor? It is recommended that the donation from the Little League Baseball program be accepted. This donation is from the Little League program to the Fountain Central baseball team for the purchase of a pitching machine.
They have generously donated $3,499 to be applied for this purchase, and we're very grateful.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? It is recommended that the donation from the youth basketball program be accepted. This donation is to contribute to the boys' basketball fundraiser account for various program purchases.
And again, this was another very generous donation of $5,000 to be used for towards a lot of the different expenses that the program encounters.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
How much was the Little League donation?
3,499.
Okay.
It is recommended that the board authorize re-advertising the sale of a previously declared surplus school corporation vehicle due to no acceptable bids being received during the original bidding period.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? It is recommended that the fifth grade student council fundraiser request be approved.
The fifth grade students will purchase raffle tickets for their chance to run in the second annual Derby race. Their fundraising goal is $300 for the student council.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? It is recommended that the automotive CTE overnight field trip request be approved.
One of our students that participates in the automotive program, Joshua Matthew, will be attending the State Skills USA competition at the Indiana State Fairgrounds. We're very proud of Joshua. He qualified to compete due to his success in a preliminary competition at Vincennes University. His instructor at Attica in the program, Joe Ragsdale, and the instructional assistant will accompany him on this overnight field trip.
Motion. Second.
Go ahead, Josh.
All in favor? It is recommended that the FCHS band choir overnight field trip request be approved.
Again, this is an incentive reward trip for the students for their performances throughout the year, and they have a planned trip for some time at an amusement park as well as at a museum.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? It is recommended that the Board of Trustees approve the purchase agreement for the property located at 112 East 7th Street, Petersburg, Indiana, in the amount of $14,000 for use by the Building Trades Program as the site of the 2026-2027 Student-Built Home Project, and authorize the superintendent and board president to execute all necessary closing documents.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? It is recommended that the board grant permission for the superintendent to modify the school calendar due to the recent waiver our school corporation received from the Indiana Department of Education.
With this, we held an e-learning day that now has been waived, so the students and staff have already done the work. If there is no need to use another day, as we're hopefully getting towards the end of winter, if we don't have to use it, then my intention is, normally at the end of the school year, we have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is staff work day, and then Friday's graduation. This year on the calendar, students would be here through Thursday, and staff work day would also coincide with graduation day. If we don't have to use that day before then, I would like to do our normal Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and finish that, and that would be planned. The other thing, I've had a lot of people reach out. Good Friday is a regular school day, and I've got a lot of inquiries about that. So the other modification I'd like to do is a 2-hour early dismissal that day, so that families who want to go to religious services or traveling out of town for the Easter holiday or whatever, to accommodate that since we do have school that day.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? Okay, no spotlight, no elementary school update, no high school updates, no student reporters. Discussion items.
Okay, well, we did not have all of those because, as you're well aware, most of our students and staff have already left on spring break, since tomorrow is a flex day that we didn't have to use. But for discussion, 2 things for any of you that are, that your board seat comes up this year. The state has put out the new school board candidate election procedures. So any of you or anyone that's listening to this or reading online, I hope that they will look into what the new guidelines are. But that said, I would like to make a proposal that you start thinking about now. This district right now, each board seat comes from the 5 different townships, and it gets very difficult to even get candidates for some of your seats. And as you know, some of you might have stayed on the board longer than you had initially anticipated, just because no one else is running for it sometimes. And then other districts, we might have multiple good candidates running. So what I would like to propose is that we consider taking away that prerequisite and just have all of the 5 seats be at-large seats, so that the 5 best candidates get elected, not just based on their township. So your thoughts on that? Would you be agreeable to that if that came up for vote at the next board meeting? I'm not asking you to vote on it tonight. I just want to hear if you
Yeah, I
would
think
be
it's,
willing to consider it.
yeah, I think it's very important we get the, 5 people that want to do it, not just somebody that has to stay on because nobody wants to run.
Thank you. Then I'm going to also move into the statements from the superintendent. First of all, I want to share some of the great accomplishments for the winter athletics from our Fountain Central Athletics. The West Central FCA gives 2 Character Counts awards each season. Coaches or admin can nominate, and this year's winners were Asher Davis and Mia Nix. The Mustang Athletic Council Mustang Impact Award, Mr. Good created this award this year for the Mustang Athletic Council to present to a deserving coach each season. Any student can nominate, and the Mustang Athletic Council and administration assess the nominations. The Fall and Winter Mustang Impact Award at the Winter Banquet were awarded to 2 deserving coaches, Chris Webb and Mary Frazee. Boys basketball, the All WRC and All Bi-County Awards went to Eli Foxworthy. The All Bi-County to Aiden Batchelor, and the team more than doubled their win total from last year, so they had a great season. Girls basketball, the All WRC and All Bi-County went to Henley Good for the 3rd consecutive year, Bella Bacon and Kendall Nolan. The All Bi-County to Citrus Wesley, and they received an exemplary behavior report on December 15th for girls basketball. The reporting individual, Tim Nolan, said, I had the privilege of officiating the varsity girls game with Southmont at Fountain Central this evening. The Fountain Central players, Coach Carr, and staff are to be commended for their great display of sportsmanship throughout the contest. It was a very fun game to officiate, the best game of the year so far. The players showed positive attitudes, and the fans enjoyed a well-played and coached game. Thank you, Fountain Central coaches, for teaching this team good manners, great attitudes, and showing respect to their opponents, officials, and the game. The hospitality was great, as always, and he wished them well for a great continued year. There was another exemplary behavior report for girls basketball on February 14th. This report came from Dean Martin. He said, I left Frankfurt High School Saturday afternoon witnessing a fine display of sportsmanship the entire contest by each player and coach from Fountain Central. A pleasure to officiate your team, and the girls were great and coaching staff equally great the entire regional game. Be proud of your accomplishments this season. You were all great throughout the entire game. It's wonderful to get those because we want our teams to do the best, and of course we all want to see them win. But even more so, we want to see them representing our school well. Continued bi-county champions, third consecutive year for our girls. The WRC champions, the first time since 2017, and they were sectional champions for the first time since 2015. So congratulations to them. In boys swimming and diving, Will Armstrong, the third straight trip to the state finals. He finished 5th in the state after 2 seasons without a pool. He re-broke his own sectional diving record and school record with a score of 513.60. He also holds our 6th dive record at 320.45. He was regional champion and sectional champion. For all WRC, William Armstrong for the 3rd year in diving, and Eli Souter for the 100 butterfly. All bi-county, Eli Souter, Gage Harrison, Brody Larkin, and Will Armstrong in the 200 freestyle relay. In girls swimming and diving, both teams finished 2nd season having to travel to another school for practices. They still competed well throughout the season and have a lot to be proud of. Peyton Hocking was a regional qualifier, 13th. It was her 3rd appearance at the regional diving competition. All by county, Lily Peterson in the 500 freestyle, Mia Nix, Haley Clare, Madison King, and Lily Peterson in the 200 freestyle relay, and Mia Nix in the 100 backstroke. And then in boys wrestling, they were all WRC, were Alan Melchor, Colby Parrish-Poor, Ryder Ford, and Dakota Willoughby. In regional qualifiers, Alan Melchor, Colby Parrish-Poor, Ryder Ford, and Dakota Willoughby. And finally, in girls wrestling, all WRC and all by county, Riley Deal and Amira Wells. All by county, Reese Walters and Jaden Larkin. Regional qualifiers, we had 7 of them. Jaden Larkin, Riley Deal, Ruby Deal, Savannah Richardson, Amira Wells, Lydia Perkins, and Caitlin Depew. Sectional champion, Riley Deal. She was 25-0 in the regular season. And state qualifiers, Jaden Larkin and Riley Deal. So as you can see, we had outstanding athletes, outstanding coaches, and we're very proud of all of our student athletes and their coaches, and especially proud of when we get those exemplary reports from IHSAA, because that's when referees want to come back and ref our games, and our student athletes want to come back and continue to participate. It's a great thing. So congratulations to all.
Statements or concerns from the board? Okay. Document signing done. Adjournment?
Motion?
Second.
favor? Time is
7:26.
Thank you.